Hello, let's take 5 minutes and move our bodies. Super easy, you don't need any props. You can use a mat if you want, but you don't need to. You might want to take a minute or two to warm up. That's totally up to you. You can also, if you're not watching this live, you can pause it later on and do more, or you can repeat this if you want to make it longer than 5 minutes. Get onto our backs. Thighs towards belly. Your hands can gently make contact with your shins underneath your knees. Urge your thighs towards your belly. Tuck your chin just a little bit. Breathe. Your breath for this 5-minute movement, seal the lips, in the nose, out the nose. Drop both knees to the right. Keep the inner leg line zipped together so your legs are stacked. Left arm is long, gaze is up toward the sky. Breathe. You can rest your right hand on top of your stacked legs, or you can spread it to a T like your left arm. Breathe. You might notice your left shoulder blade coming off the earth. That's okay. It's a fairly passive twist. 3 more rounds of breath here. In the nose, out the nose. Shift your legs up towards your chest just a little bit. Guide your knees towards center. Take a squeeze here. Drop your legs the other way. We'll take that stacked supine twist in the opposite direction. And breathe. Always give yourself permission to close your eyes when that feels appropriate. If a ton of thoughts are coming into your mind, you can label them thinking and just come back to your breath. 3 more rounds of breath here. Okay, knees towards your chest. Guide them towards center. Feet to the ground. Feet are about hip width distance and your heels are close to your seat, but they're probably not touching. Lay your hands down on the mat, down by your seat. Arms are along your body. Gaze is up. We're going to energize through our feet and our whole back body to lift our hips up toward the sky. Bridge pose. Notice here that your feet are pushing the earth away. Even your triceps are active. Breathe. Maybe your hips go a little higher. Engage through the insides of your legs to keep your knees from swimming away from each other. Gaze up, breathe. Super energizing pose. This flow is meant to be done at least 3 hours before bed or earlier. I wouldn't do it any closer to bedtime. Morning would be ideal. 5 more rounds of full healing breath here. Slowly, slowly, super slowly, one piece of your back at a time, lower down. Roll up to a seat, legs behind you. We're going to come into a plank with knees here. So keep your knees down. Even if you don't have that in your practice, maybe you take full plank, keep your knees down. Slowly, slowly lower, like the slowest chaturanga you've ever done. Toes down. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale down. Big toes touch, knees out wide. Child's pose, keep breathing. 2 rounds of breath here. Tabletop. Scoot your knees back just a little bit to find that plank position. Slowly, slowly lower down. Try to keep everything on one plane. So when your belly and chest are on the mat, toenails then go down. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale down. Rolling cobras 5 times. Inhale up, option to float hands. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Wrap muscle to bone through your legs. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. Down. Up and hold. Hands can float. Hands may be on the mat with no weight. Hands may airplane behind you. heart is leading this shape. Your gaze might be maybe 2 inches to a foot ahead of you. Past the mat. 3 more rounds of breath here. Can you lift even higher? Slowly lower down. Tabletop. Barrel rolls. Barrel rolls are going to be like creating a big circle with your belly button. It does not matter which direction you start because we're just going to switch directions in a few breaths. So some options here would be to bend your elbows, or you can keep your elbows straight, or you can use your head too. Go slow if you're using your head. Good, let's switch directions. If you're using your head, it's almost like your space in between your eyebrow and your tailbone are following the same line, while your belly button makes those big, big circles. Do some more circles like that. Keep breathing in the nose, out the nose. Come to a neutral tabletop. So now you're in a tabletop that is static. Your gaze is down. Shoulders are relatively over wrists. Hips are about over knees. I want you to take some organic movement, thinking about your spine. So what does that mean? Maybe you've never heard that before. It means move in whatever way your body feels like it needs to move. It doesn't have to have a name. You don't need to count anything. You just need to breathe and move, move and breathe. So maybe it is a pose that you know. Maybe you just keep doing cat-cows. Maybe you do some more barrel rolls. Maybe you close your eyes and you just move in a way that your spine is asking you to move it. I just want your focus here to be on your spine and your breath. Maybe you know what your spine looks like and you can picture it. Maybe you don't anatomically know what your spine looks like. That's okay. You can feel it. So just picture it moving. Feel those spots that might be a little tight or that you know want to open up, and move through those spots. And I want you to do this for about 30 more seconds. So keep moving, breathing, thinking about the spine all the way from the top in your neck, through your shoulder blades, down through your mid-back, your low back, all the way to your tailbone. Move and breathe, breathe and move. You just moved your spine in all 6 directions it's meant to be moved in, which is something that will keep the longevity of your spine, the health of your spine around for a long time, which affects everything else in your body. Super easy, took us just a couple minutes. You can stop now, big toes touch knees, go wide, child's pose. Stay here for about 10 breaths, and then maybe you can repeat this or find some more movement or go into Shavasana and move on with your day. Thanks.